torture that they put these animals through.
What do you mean?
They get mad and they just whack it with a hook. It breaks my heart. And I try to tell the people, like, don't do that.
Just some of the gut-wrenching footage from an undercover investigation sending shockwaves through the U.S. egg industry. ABC News broke this story about America's fifth largest egg producer. Warning, what you're about to see is disturbing but very important.
An investigator for the animal rights activist group Mercy for Animals pierced the wall of egg secrecy, providing this undercover video showing what appears to be unsanitary conditions and mindless animal cruelty.
These are just some of the images animal protection group Mercy for Animals says it caught on tape during an undercover expose at several Sparboe egg factory farms. The FDA has now sent Sparboe a warning letter alleging, quote, serious violations. Nathan Runkle, executive director of Mercy for Animals, what are some of the cruelties that you claim your undercover investigation captured on tape at these egg-producing facilities?
Our investigator documented hens packed inside of tiny wire cages so small that the birds can't even spread their wings, they can't walk or engage in natural behaviors. Our investigator found dead hens left to rot and decompose in cages with birds still laying eggs for human consumption and workers painfully burning off the beaks of these animals. In addition to these cruelties, we found malicious and sadistic abuse by workers, throwing birds, swinging them around by their legs, shoving them in each other's pockets as jokes. This is blatant animal abuse that must end.
Again, ABC News first broke this story, and it is having a major impact in the wake of this Target has announced having been made aware of the unacceptable conditions. Target will discontinue its business relationship. And McDonald's announced it was also ending their business relationship with Sparboe, saying this decision is based on McDonald's concern regarding the management of Sparboe facilities. Here's what this is what Sparboe was saying, part of it, in its own defense.
As farmers, we know that animals, properly cared for, are most productive. I am deeply disturbed by the recent news report. At Sparboe, we expect our employees to provide the best care possible for our hens.
We reached out to Sparboe, and they referred us to the website with that video. They're invited to tell their story on the show at any time. Nathan, your reaction to Sparboe's response to your Mercy for Animals expose?
Well, much of the claims that Sparboe is making are completely false and misleading, so much so that we filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission saying that this company is not only abusing animals, but lying and deceiving consumers. The reality is that these are top-down policy-level abuses. This company confines millions of hens in cages so small they can hardly move. The day-to-day operations of this factory farm are so cruel and abusive that they would warrant felony-level prosecution if they treated dogs or cats in the way that they treat these farmed animals.
Well, once again, you're looking at the footage. MercyForAnimals.org has a lot of information on its website. You can go to that. And by the way, Sparboe Farms, you're invited on any time you want to tell your side of the story. I have a few questions I'd love to ask you. You can go to MercyForAnimals.org to read all about it. Mercy for Animals Chief Nathan Runkle. Sparboe, the company, says it's now working around the clock to take corrective measures, including reviewing company practices. What would you like to see them change?
Well, these actions are too little, too late. This company needs to uncage these birds. These battery cages are so inherently cruel that they've been banned in 2 U.S. states and the European Union.
You might find it difficult to look at this video, but it is important to bear witness. There's a guy swinging a bird around with a rope. There's a bird that's gotten its beak cut off. These are things that Americans need to know about because Americans are decent people.